Hello and welcome to another Unity 5 2D car racing game tutorial. So in the last video, I'm really sorry that I wanted to keep the video as simple as possible, but it became pretty confusing. So I'm really sorry. So if you have any questions, just you can ask me. So we have created a car that gets spawned on random position, but we also have to generate it randomly. Okay, so when we start our game, we want our car to be randomly generated in random positions. Till now we have only randomized the position, but we also have to randomize the generation. Wow, what I'm saying. Okay, so what we can do is we can move these two lines of code that we wrote on the last tutorial on the start function. We can just cut these two lines of code. Oh, it's not responding. We can just move these two lines of code inside our update method. So I'm gonna cut this, and inside our update method I'm gonna paste this. So what will happen is, previously this methods these things was getting called only once inside the start function, but now what will happen is these two lines of code will be called again and again and again, since our update method is called every frame our game gets rendered. So it is called every frame. So these lines of codes will be called or executed every time the update method gets called, so our car will be spawned again and again and again. So let's see what I'm talking about. Is that right or not? I think the result is pretty shocking. So let's go. Are you ready? Run it. Whoa, what is that? Now, as you can see that, as I've told you, that update method gets called pretty fast. It gets called almost 60 times a frame, or maybe 30 times a frame, whatever the FPS it is. So whenever a frame gets called, the update method gets called. So that is why it is creating a car in each frame, and we are getting a gang of cars. But we don't want to do that. We want to create our first car, and then maybe after 1 second we want to create another car, then maybe after 1 second we want to create another car. So that is why we want to set a timer, so that we want to spawn our car after a specific time. So for that, let's go and create a float variable and call it timer. Okay, so this timer is gonna hold the value for which we want our car to be spawned after. So we're gonna create another public float, and we're gonna name it delay timer. So what this will do is, this delay timer will be the time by which we want our timer to be delayed. So as an example, if I make it 0.5, that means after 0.5 seconds the car will be respawned again. Okay, so here in the update method, what we can do is, I want to decrease the timer. Okay, so I want to say timer minus equals time dot delta time. Okay, and inside the timer, inside the start function, I'm going to assign that value of delay timer to timer. So let's see what happens. So the delay timer is 0.5, and we are assigning the value to the timer. So the timer is now 0.5. Now each frame will call this code. So in each frame, the value of the timer will get decremented. Okay, so each frame the value of the timer will get decremented, and after 0.5 seconds, or let's make it 1 this time. Okay, so after 1 second the value of timer will be 0. Okay, so this will get called, and the value of timer will become low and low and low, and after 1 second the value of timer will become 0. So that is when we want the timer to be 1 again, and we want the car to be respawned again. Okay, so after 1 second we want the car to be respawned again. So let's do that. So first of all, we are decrementing the value of the timer, and next we'll check if timer less than equals 0, that is if the value of the timer has become less than 0, then what can we do is, why am I getting it wrong? I don't know. Then what we can do is we will pass these 2 lines of code here inside this. So if the timer is less than 0, only then we want to respawn our car. Okay, so first of all the car will the game will start, then it will assign the value 1 to the timer, then the value of the timer will get decremented, and after 1 second has passed the value will become 0, so the car will get instantiated. And after that we want to make the value of the timer again equal to delay timer. Okay, so the value, when the value gets 0, the car gets instantiated, and again we make the value 1, so again the value gets decremented. Again, when it becomes 0, the car gets spawned, and again the value becomes 1. So now our car will respawn after 1 second. Okay, I think it should work. So let's go and check that out. So I'm gonna play it. As you can see, after 1 second fast car gets created, after 1 second second car, third car, fourth car, fifth car, sixth car. So as you can see, after 1 second a new car is getting instantiated, and we can actually change the time too. So if we select the, where is that, okay, from the script we can also make it 0.5 to make the cars respawn faster. So if we make it 0.5, the cars will get respawn faster. So now let's go and run it and see what happens. As you can see, the car gets respawned faster. Previously it was getting respawned after 1 second, and now it is getting respawned after 0.5 seconds. So that's pretty cool. Now we can just go ahead and put some collisions to our car, so that when the car gets collided with this, we get a blast or something and our game gets over. We get a game over sign. So we will do all this in the later videos. So that's it for this video. In this video we enjoyed a lot. I hope you enjoyed a lot too, and you have learned something. So thank you very much for watching, and please subscribe, like and share. I hope it helps. In the next video we'll add a lot of different colored enemy cars to our game, so it will be pretty interesting. So thank you very much for watching, and I hope it helps.